Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Thunder 2004. And we got an alternate paint scheme. And we're getting ready for Atlanta Motor Speedway. So we just won our second race of the year at Las Vegas. We won the Daytona 500, we won Las Vegas, so that's going to help us out greatly in the standings. We were up 99 points out. Well, we're up to 84 points out. 77 career wins out of 327 starts. That's pretty darn good, I think. At least I hope. But it's going to be interesting, guys. You know, this championship, I don't think there's a clear favorite. If I had to pick one guy, probably Tony Stewart, but you never know. J.R. Jones. Hold up, where Eric Jones at? Pete Nelson. Oh, boy. That dude, he tried to take us out at Rotterdam. But let's check out the sponsors. Let's see how they're feeling. They're happy, and they're happy. And what's good is that we're kind of like locked in, so to speak, of keeping our sponsors on the car. And the reason why is that Rank furnished first in earnings. We won the Daytona 500. That's the biggest payout of the year. So even if someone won like 3 1.5 mile races, it still won't equivalent the same amount as winning the Daytona 500. So that's kind of got us locked in, fortunately. When does Coca-Cola get off the car? Okay, 25 races. Okay. So, yeah, we'll have some late season sponsorship talks. Not sure if that'll bear any fruit or not, but yeah, we'll be crossing that bridge when we get there. And, yep, let's get our Speedway car put together. So we didn't tear up our Las Vegas piece. I'm going to actually save the other one for Darlington, because I feel like Darlington's going to be kind of a beaten banging, and I want to have a good piece there. So we're going to rerun the exact same car we just ran at Las Vegas. Obviously, it's reskinned with a new paint scheme. But yeah, so we're going to run this, and we're going to go to, well, not Vegas, but Atlanta. There we go. Alrighty, folks, so we qualified inside the top 30, which counts. I think we qualified like 23rd. We got a fantasy driver on the pole, so how is that one going to shake out? Let's go trackside.
EA Sports welcomes you to Hampton, Georgia, site of today's NASCAR Winston Cup race, the Bass Pro Shops MBNA 500. This place has it all. They even have a 9-story office and condominium complex right here at the track. And there is always great racing to go along with the amenities. Isn't that right?
There sure have been some incredible finishes here at Atlanta. In the March race of 2001, Kevin Harvick beat Jeff Gordon to the checkered by mere inches to win his first NASCAR Winston Cup race. Given the circumstances and the emotion of that victory, that is one that people will talk about for decades to come.
Scott Smith has an average finish in the top 10 at the Speedway so far.
You know, I watched him in practice, and that car just looks good. Sometimes you can tell by just watching a car on the track who's going to be fast on race day, even without looking at the speed charts.
The 82 car would like to break this run of bad luck he's been having at the Speedways.
Yeah, I really feel bad for those guys this season. They come to these tracks and work so hard, but they just never seem to get the car just right.
An unusual back-of-the-pack start for Ben Baldwin.
You know, I spoke with the guys from that team in the garage this morning, and they said they tried a little something different in qualifying this week. They learned their lesson, though. Stick with what works, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Alright, folks, it is race day. And ironically, there's a Home Depot car on the pole. And no, it's not Tony Stewart, but Tony Stewart qualified behind him. That is interesting. So we literally have 2 Home Depot cars on the inside row. I'm not making this up. It's going to be a fun 500-mile event here at Atlanta. I love this track. It's going to be some slipping and sliding. Good old Gen 4 racing, baby. No gimmicks, no Mickey Mouse. Just go, green, go. Alright, take care of the car. Don't destroy it. I see them brake checking, man. I freaking slammed on the brakes there. Hold up. Man, they slam on the brakes. You got a brake check, dude. gotta be careful. All right. It's going to be a long one, 32 laps here. You got the pit sequence. I do think we could see some cautions today. For something about Atlanta Motor Speedway just instigates caution sometimes, more than other 1.5 miles. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one shakes out, fellas. We won it at Las Vegas in the exact same car. So all we did, took it back to the shop, cleaned it up, ripped off the wrap, put a fresh new, or actually this is back when they painted cars and stuff, which, half of it's wrapped anyways, but that's besides the point. 3 wide here. Pontiacs and a Dodge. Gassing it up off the corner. Looking underneath the 01, nope. Oh, no, 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 no. That could have been bad. They started brake checking up there. I seen the sparks. Someone made contact in the 01 car. Jumped on the brakes as well, so that's... I just can't have that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, diving in the corner. Just trying to make this car stick. Oh, it's washing up. It's washing up. Got to brake check again. This is Atlanta. Dude, I love this track, man. Such a fun place. They're still making contact up here. I don't even know who's winning the race right now. I'm going to have to check. Let's see. Let's get a top 5 update. Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon. They shunned that bootleg Tony Stewart Home Depot car pretty quickly. I don't like this. I'm backing out. 4 wide into turn 3. No, thank you. No, thank you. I will live the fight another day. Don't like this at all, man. These AIs are racing hard. And we're running up on them in bad situations where they're bogged down. There's the arrow bubble in front of them and X, Y, and Z. If you just run up on them just a fraction too hard. There's your pole sitter on the outside. That's how quickly he's dropping, by the way. That's unfortunate. He's already got damage on his car. That's how slow he was, guys. That's how slow that car was. But anyways, if you run up on them too hard, you'll hit them. They'll start doing that little slide thing and brake checking. And then it just compounds the problem 20 times worse because they're slowing you up. You get run over from behind. And then, oh, by the way, you get turned sideways and get creamed by 30 cars. That's the unfortunate reality. So we're up to 17th. Everyone's kind of minding their P's and Q's, but we're only on lap 7. Again, this is a long event. This is a 500-miler. Come on, come on, come on. Just keep picking them up and putting them down. We've had a lot of success here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, so this track's been good to us. Underneath the 40 or 57. There we go. Keep on, keep it on. Ooh, Nelly. And what's bad is that the tires haven't started degrading. We would not be able to race this hard once the tires come in. Once the tires start, Mickey Mousing around, yeah, you're pretty much stuck where you're at. There's the lone Evernham car. It's so weird not seeing the number 9 out here. I think once Jeff Burton retires, the number 9 will run, or the theory is that the number 9 is reserved for a fantasy contract or whatnot. That might be what it is. Is that like whatchamacallit? A sponsor contract, not a fancy contract. It's like the package deal, like you'll drive like Michael Waltrip's Aaron's machine or whatnot. I think that 9 car, which is sponsored by I think like Gain or Oreos or something, you'll get that contract, I think, and that's how that car comes into play. So in other words, the number 9 car is, well, gone. Oh, outside, looking, diving down. Textbook outside lane pass on Waltrip right there. That was fun. That was fun, yo. This track is just, it's one of the most fun tracks to race at because you're just duking and diving. You go to the outside, you go to the inside, middle groove. Oh, by the way, tires are just giving away every corner. Such a fun racetrack, guys. I really wish they would have turned a different track into a super speedway. I wish they would have turned, I mean, they could have turned Chicagoland, right? They could have turned Kentucky. They could have, you know, I'd rather see Chicagoland be a super speedway than be a parking lot. That's just the way I see it. Personally, I would leave it the way it is, you know, as a 1.5 mile normal configuration, not a super speedway. But it's the only way we can ever get racing there again. You have to do it. But why couldn't they just go and do it to Texas Motor Speedway? I mean, let's just be honest. They need it. They need something. Either go back to the pre-2016 configuration or bring on the plate racing. They got to do something. They have to. Got Kurt Busch right now in that alternate paint scheme right ahead of us. The Icy machine, I believe it is. It's safe to say he's chilling up there. Oh, that was stupid. I'll stop. Let's keep going. We're up to 10th. I apologize for this screen flickering. I'm not really sure what's causing that. You've probably seen like the screen edges kind of derp around a little bit. I'm not really sure what those are. What's causing that? I'll have to check my connections and stuff, make sure the optics are good. But yeah, we've just been picking them up and putting them down. Let's get a top 5 update once again. Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon, and Kevin Harvick. They are having a field day. Pit stop should be happening very shortly. Halfway being lap 16. And oh, by the way, right on cue. Thanks, Newman. It made me look good there. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, Newman just pitted there. So that's something we got to watch. Because he's going to have significantly fresher tires. And he's going to be able to gain a lot of track position. However, at the end of the run, he's going to give up a lot of speed. So, which side of the fence you want to be on? Truth be told, I'd rather have tires. But this car is actually pretty stout. Like, it feels like it's not required, so to speak. Like, it feels good right now, and this is the end of the run. So, we might want to go ahead and come on down. I don't know. I mean, look how much track position we've made up. Oh, Kenseth, really? Do you really gotta block me? Come on, brother. Alright, tires are getting worn. I think we're gonna go on. Come on in. Get it down to 70. Perfect. Thank you, God. We almost sped there. Knock on wood, hoping, pray to God, we get a good pit stop here. How y'all doing out there? Feel free to give the video a huge thumbs up. I think Tony Stewart pitted. I think I just saw his car on pit road. Yeah, he's behind us. Hope you're having a jolly good time out there. Whatever you're doing, eating your snacky snacks or doing cartwheels, eating beef jerky, whatever the biff you like doing. I hope you're having a great time. First race of the season with the alternate paint scheme, at least points paying. Hopefully it brings us some good luck. You know, I love these paint schemes. I like to plan them out in advance. Try to do it realistic, you know. And here we go. Green, green, green. Don't get ran over because there's like 100 cars coming, so be on your toes. The good news is, though, our car was fantastic on old tires. I thought our car would be worse on lap 16, lap 15, which was the end of that run. And it felt really good. So that tells me we're not affected as much on the tire fall off as the AI for this race, which is just another feather in our cap at this point, that we've built a good enough race car that could sustain that. But we just need to keep on keeping on. But we're up to 18th here. Everybody's still going through the gumbo pot known as green flag pit stops. And we'll see how everything comes out in the wash. Right now, we need to run Q-trim. We need to be just full-on, aggressive, get everything you can, but not end up in the catch fence. Because we've seen some cars pit early, like Ryan Newman. He opened up the pit sequence. how much track position was those fresh tires worth? Everybody in this whole, well, I'm going to say stadium, but this racetrack is curious on that because Newman could sneak a huge win if he's capable of doing so. Kenseth blocked me earlier, which was really stupid, and he's blocking me again. Don't you realize I'm a Kenseth fan? I've always been a fan of you, brother. Let me go. Do I gotta really run all the way down in the gritty apron where they dust all the garbage to just to get around you? We're gonna get an update on the leader. Don't worry. I gotta get around this guy real quick. Oh, that was close. Setting him up. Inside looking. Can we make it stick? Whoa, chasing it, chasing it. There we go. All right. Well, let's look at the top leaders, and it's Tony Stewart. Ryan Newman's in a bad spot, and here's why. Yes, he led some laps, got out front, most likely led a few laps. The problem is his tires are not going to get any better. Tony Stewart's got only a few laps on his. I don't like Ryan Newman's strategy there because if you're going to pit early, you got to have a gigantic lead because you know you're going to be chasing the car. I think Newman's going to find his way going backwards, but I could be mistaken. Maybe he saves something. Who knows? Just outside the top 10, chasing the Napa Chevy of Michael Waltrip. Good racing all day long. Good racing. Come on, take care of the car. There we go. Clear. Oh, boy. We just Tokyo drifted that one. Oh, my goodness. We almost hit the wall there. That was close. Just a fraction higher entry in that corner. And we nearly bit the dust. I don't think we're going to be able to win this race without a caution. But, you know, maybe we'll get one. Maybe not. Who knows? I know in Thunder 03, this track is notorious for cautions. Just something about the AI, whether it's them getting off pit road or racing on the front stretch, which is like, you know, the dog leg. There's contact points. You know, each AI car has bubbles, right? They have an AI bubble where if they sense another car near them, they race accordingly to that. They try to move away from it. And I think there's a couple kinks on this front straightaway in the AI bubbles, and I know it sounds crazy, right? But what I'm trying to say is the AI doesn't render where a car is, and it creates contact, and when you create contact, it slows everyone down, and then they run into each other, and then that's when you get your wrecks. I think they patched that, if that is the case. Either way, we're in the closing laps of this joint. I'm trying to get a top 10 out of here, man. That's what I want. Just a solid point stay is what I'm looking for. We'll have to get this car refurbished because I don't feel comfortable enough bringing it to Darlington even after running it twice with no overhaul. I'd like to put a fresh bullet on the track, but we'll see. We might take some parts off of it. Who knows? Come on now. Come on. We got Kurt Busch and Kenseth. Kenseth's on a prowl. Two Roush-Keteers. You can hear the buttons clacking on my controller because I hit the gas and I hit the brakes at the same time. Because one makes the car want to turn one way, and the other button makes the car want to turn the other way. So what best way to do it? Hit both of them. If braking makes your car turn to the left, and gassing it makes you turn to the right, hit both of them. That's what that's kind of what I shoot for. Man, them tires are wearing, boys. I think we've been racing a lot more aggressive this run because, you know, in the first few laps of the whole race, everyone's two abreast and they're three wide in front of you at times. You got to really whoa up, and you're not able to push your tires as much. Definitely be able to get more mileage, so to speak, out of these the second set of Goodyears. I wish we had enough time to catch up to those cars ahead of us, but I don't think we're going to be able to. And check this out. Another Roush-Keteer. It's Jeff Burton. And I think he's driving the 01 paint scheme, ironically enough. Something you don't see every day. It'd be cool to see him compete for a championship in this playthrough. Because, again, this is based off the early 2000s driver, I guess you could say, career situation. And 03 was not exactly the Taj Mahal for Burton. I mean, if you really think about it, Burton didn't win. He won, what, like 2 races in 2001, which was Phoenix and the Coke 600. Didn't do nothing in 02. Had a cool event at the All-Star race. But 03 wasn't that good. Then 04 came. He had huge sponsorship problems. And believe it or not, he drove a Chevrolet by the end of the year. Which, for the newer fan out there, Jeff Burton, which was a tried and true Ford driver at the time, was as polarizing as Kyle Busch going back to Chevrolet in a way. Like, it was so asinine. Like, the leader of the Ford camp, the voice of the people in the garage of the Ford camp, you know, going to Chevrolet. It was such a... It's not exactly like the Kyle Busch situation, but it just made... It just, I don't know, it perplexed everyone. And Jeff Gordon with the engine failure right at the end. I don't know if he was leading or not, but wow. That is going to bite him. Well, that's another spot for us. 7th place run here at the Bass Pro Shops MBNA 500 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Great run for the team. And Tony Stewart gets it done. And look at Newman, 6th place. That's why you gotta have some tires at the end of these Atlanta races. Well, a good, solid 7th place finish. I'll take it. We kept the nose clean. We didn't lead a lap, but let's be honest, no one really led anything. Tony Stewart had this place, I mean, bookend to bookend. We didn't qualify good, so we're already behind the 8 ball, but a great points day. We'll take it. We'll move on for this. The Roush guys, I tell you, man, they had a solid day. 3 cats in the top 10. Very, very good. If you know, Clay Dixon was a better driver, ding, 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 it wasn't 34th every week, they'd probably have all 4 of them in the top 10. Looking at the bottom of the barrel, E. Hall and David Green. Jeff Gordon, wow. That is crazy. He led 4 laps. I think that was early on. I could be mistaken on that. Because he probably took the lead from Bozo McGee, the bootleg Tony Stewart car, which probably finished almost dead last. Yeah, it was 171. That's your pole sitter. He probably took the lead from him immediately. And then Tony Stewart took it from Gordon. But my point is that was going to be a great points day. And that evaporated quickly. It's not about surviving for 31 laps. It's the 32nd lap that counts. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, for your diecast shop at Eats, fellas, you can help support the channel. Use the promo code down below at Circle B Diecast. Use code DIECASTbuffet for all your orders, $30 or more. Hey, save on shipping, guys. It adds up. On to Darlington. That's going to be a good one. Hopefully we don't destroy too much sheet metal. That's all for now. Like, comment, and subscribe. Love y'all. Y'all are what make this channel amazing. God bless. Diecastbuffet signing off.